Welcome back to Living Local. Voting is one of the most important rights and responsibilities U.S. citizens have. While 150 million Americans are qualified to vote, only 56% voted in the last election. As the November election inches closer, it's time to take action and carry out our civic duty. Joining us in studio today, we have Rock Island County Clerk Karen Kinney. Thank you so much for being here, Karen.
Thank you for having me.
So, Karen, what is the county's clerk role in government?
Well, my major role is to administer elections. We keep the vital records safe and secure and make those accessible to family members. We do delinquent taxes, tax extension, notary public. We have many roles. Wow,
a lot of different roles, and they play a significant part in the entire election process. Now, Karen, we are inundated with messages that we need to get out there and vote. It's important. Yet, in the last election, 44% of Americans did not vote. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think many people were disillusioned with the candidates that were presented. Some people were just plain upset because their candidate didn't make it to the election. So I think they rebelled. I think we have a different situation this time. I think that we need to elect strong leaders with an ability to lead our country, our state, and our community.
Absolutely. Now, Karen, why is it so important to vote, even if, let's say, you're not the biggest fan of the two candidates we have? Let's say that's a situation, or they're disillusioned again this year. Why is it still important to still cast your vote?
It is so important because the candidates that we elect, they will make decisions for our country and our state and our community that affect every aspect of our life. So it's very important.
Absolutely.
They'll set policy, create laws. Yes, so we want to make sure we get the right people in office.
Definitely. And, you know, we have had people die for our right to vote. So how can we just not take advantage of that responsibility?
I could not imagine not ever voting. I think I've been voting since I was 18 years old. I've always considered it to be very important, but I was taught that.
Right, absolutely. And I feel like we are getting that message very strongly now in our culture that we need to get out there and vote. You're just seeing messages all over the place. But to be reminded is one thing, to actually go out and do it is another. And the first step in this process is to register, of course, to vote. So how can we do that, Karen?
Well, you could come to my office, or you could go to the driver's license facility. There's many places that you can get registered and vote. I would prefer that people come to my office, but it's not a necessity. And also, a few years back, we now have, they put into law, same-day voter registration. So you can now show up at the polls to vote and register to vote before you vote.
Wow, that is a really convenient option for folks who maybe forget about it, or they don't get a chance to go to one of those places to register. You can do same-day registration. So walk us through what that looks like. Do folks need anything in particular, any specific information?
Yes, they need 2 forms of ID, preferably a driver's license or a state ID. Along with a Social Security card, an insurance card, a license, just about any form of ID. Oh, even a piece of mail.
Oh, okay.
You could mail yourself a letter, and just the fact that you got it out of the mailbox and brought it in proves that that is your residence.
Gotcha. So 2 forms of identification.
That's right. It's fairly simple.
Wonderful. Now, the big question, when, where, and how can we vote this year?
When, where, and how? Well, we will have open our 37 vote centers along with the county clerk's office, and we open Thursday at 8 o'clock, and we will close at 4:30. And also on October 19th, Western Illinois University on the riverfront will be open from 11 to 7.
Perfect. So definitely many chances to get out there and vote. Karen, what do you enjoy the most about what you do in regards to election time and this time in our year?
Well, I like being in the middle of all the action, and there is a lot of action. I enjoy that. and I like bringing people to the polls because it gives them an opportunity so that people can hear their voice. We get various opinions on how we do things and when we do things, but it's all worth it. It's all worthwhile.
Yeah, I imagine it's a very rewarding job for you, Karen.
It can be, but there's days.
Sure, aren't there all for all types of jobs out there?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Well, Karen, thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us today and for sharing this very vital information.
Well, I failed to mention vote by mail.
Oh,
which
okay.
is a very viable option. It keeps you safe. If you're concerned about the COVID virus, I would recommend that you vote by mail. It's safe, it's secure, and it'll keep you out of line. I have no way of knowing how long the lines are going to be on Election Day, so hopefully people take advantage of the vote by mail. That's what it's there for. We have our new blue box, official election drop box in front of the Rock Island County building at 1504 3rd Avenue, and I'm hoping that people put it to good use.
How can people vote by mail? What are the steps?
They call the county clerk's office and ask for an application, and we'll mail it out to them and get it to us. And then September 24th is the first day to mail out the ballots. So that's this Thursday. It'll be here before you know it.
Definitely. Now, online, are there any options to vote online, or is it just in person and mail?
No, there is no option to vote online.
All right. Clear that up. I know some folks were wondering if that was an option. No online, either in person or by mail. And like Karen said, if you are concerned about getting out of the house and being around a lot of folks, that vote by mail is a really great option.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I hope people take advantage of that.
Definitely. Well, Karen, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
If you would like some more information, you can visit rockislandcounty.org/elections/home. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.